Alright guys, so today we're going to be trying out Sea Best frog legs. I've never had frog legs before. This is going to be a let's cook type of video, but also a review and taste test for the first time. I've always been interested in trying weird and new exotic type of meats. I've been wanting to try frog legs for a long time, but I've never been able to find any. And now I found some. Alright guys, so these are still frozen. I did look up how to cook them. It said to thaw them overnight in the refrigerator. I didn't do that. It says you can also thaw them in like a cold water bath. So we're gonna do that. Let's see. And then we're gonna follow some instructions. We're just gonna fry them up. I bought some seafood fish fry. And I have some seasonings and stuff, and I'm just going to go ahead and just season them, bread them, and fry them. I think that's pretty much how you always cook them anyway. I'm sure you can cook them other ways, but that's the main way to cook them is to fry them. Yeah, so thaw. Keep frozen until ready to use. Place the frog legs in a bowl of cool water until completely thawed. Place in the refrigerator for 24 hours until thawed. Do not refreeze. 8 servings per container. Serving size is 4 ounces. About 1 to 2 frog legs is a serving. Calories 70 per serving. Total fat is 0 grams. Saturated fat is 0 grams. Trans fat is 0 grams. Cholesterol 25 milligrams. Sodium 390 milligrams. Total carbs is 0 grams. 0 grams of fiber. 0 grams of sugar. 0 grams of added sugar, and 17 grams of protein. And obviously that'll change when you add the fish fry and you all that stuff on it, you know. But alright, so we can deep fry them, bake them, or grill them. I'm not gonna deep fry them, but I'm also not gonna bake them. I'm just gonna fry them in a little bit of oil. I don't have a deep fryer. I could air fry them, I guess, probably, but I might do that actually. Maybe I'll air fry them. That, or I'll fry them in a little bit of oil. I'll figure it out when I get there. But I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'll open this up on camera, and then we're gonna go ahead and get a bowl of water and let them thaw out in the cool water. And then it doesn't say in the box, but I read online that I should soak them, once they're thawed out, I should soak them in some milk for a few hours, so we'll do that too. It's still pretty early in the day when I'm recording this, so we should have time to do all that. Wow. So they have this plastic on it, and then there's a shit ton of like tape all over this. I don't feel like grabbing scissors or anything. Let's see if we can get this open. I will say this was like $20. I think it was like $19.99, like $20. Oh, that's kind of cool. They come in separate portions, so if you don't want to make them all. I was kind of thinking about making them all because I know I have some family that lives here and also tiny. So I'm not sure how many I'd actually eat. But here's a pair of frog legs. Here's a pair of frog legs. Alright, so we have a bowl of cool water. Well, it's actually pretty cold water, but yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just dump our little frog legs in the water. And we're just gonna continue to do this until all of them are in here. Might need to transfer this to a bigger bowl. I don't know. We'll see if we can get these little dudes in there. Alright, they're in there. That's good. Alright, we're gonna let this sit for a while until they're thawed out.
2 hours later.
Alright guys, I just drained our frog legs. They are thawed out now. Gonna go ahead and do a 50% water to milk ratio, and then we're gonna put these in the fridge and we're gonna let them soak for a few hours. Not really sure what this does, but I was told on the internet to soak them in milk or 50% milk and water. So That's what we're going to do. And we'll add just a little bit more water. Maybe another splash of milk. Just to kind of get these more covered up. And it didn't say to add any seasonings or anything. I kind of feel like I should add some seasonings in here. But I don't know. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to add some seasonings in here too. Alright guys, so yeah. It didn't say to add seasonings, but you know what? It wouldn't hurt. I feel like it would kind of like marinate them. So we're going to add some parsley. I'm not looking up what kind of seasonings to season this with. But this is just what I want to season it with. So, and we'll definitely season it again as well in the dry stuff. But yeah, we're going to add some Slap Ya Mama. And we're going to add some Tony's. I think that's going to be it for now. Later, I'm going to add some more parsley. I'll add some Creole. I'll add some Slap Ya Mama again. I'll probably add some paprika. Kind of like just a seafood boil mix. Is probably what I'm going to season these with. And then I'll add in the fish fry. And wash my hands real quick. And then I'm just going to kind of like rub this seasoning in here. You could go ahead and use like a spoon or something. Just kind of mix it in there a little bit. But I'm just going to do this. Wash my hands again.
3 hours later.
Alright guys, this has been soaking in this milk mixture for about 3 hours now. So I'm going to go ahead and drain this. We're going to dry them off. We're going to add some more seasoning, and we are going to use the seasoned fish fry. Alright guys, so I don't think that was recording. I thought I was recording, but I guess I wasn't. I seasoned this side, and we're just flipping them over and seasoning the other side. I used Slap Ya Mama, black pepper, parsley, Tony's, paprika, garlic powder, and a little bit of salt. We're going to go ahead and do that again real quick to this side. I'll record it since the other side did not record, I don't think. I guess I'll find out later. I'm going to add some of that. Add some paprika. Some more Slap Ya Mama. Some more parsley. And then some more garlic. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this fish fry. And we're just gonna pour this into a bowl. And I'm gonna go ahead and heat the stove up and put some oil in there to fry them up. Alright guys, so we have our fish fry, we have some eggs. I put like 3 eggs. I don't know if I'm gonna need any more than that. I might need less, I don't know. I have a paper plate to put them on. And we are just going to go ahead and take our frog legs, dip them into the egg, dip them into our batter, and we'll just throw them on the plate until my oil heats up back there. I also got some breaded okra. I'm gonna go ahead and air fry that. And I also have some sweet potatoes that I might make as well. Alright guys, so we have our frog legs. They are covered in the batter. I may have missed some spots, like that right there. There's a spot that I kind of missed, but it's fine. Waiting for our oil to heat up a little bit more. I have the okra in the air fryer. And then I got rid of the wet paper towels. Put some new ones on a just pizza pan. And when the frog legs are done, I'm going to set them on here to let the grease come out and everything. Alright guys, my oil should be pretty hot by now. There's not a whole lot in here. Hoping this is deep enough to cook these. It should be. I am actually pretty nervous because I don't typically cook with oil like this anymore. I just air fry stuff mainly or bake it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my tongs, take our first piece of frog leg and put them there. Now I'm not gonna overcrowd this. Probably gonna put like 2 or 3 in here. I think we could do another one. Now I'm gonna let that sit for a while and cook, and then we'll flip them, and we'll go ahead and put them on our paper towel. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Alright guys, I'm going to flip these over one more time. I want to make sure they're fully cooked, but I don't want to burn them. So I think these are done. Paper towel, and then I'm going to continue cooking these, and I'll see you when I'm done. Alright guys, so here's what my plate looks like. We have some frog legs. Hoping I didn't overcook them or undercook them, but I don't know. We have some sweet potatoes, and we have some fried okra. The okra doesn't look the greatest. It's kind of white looking, but it is crispy. So, I think it's just from being fried in the air fryer. If it was fried in oil, it'd be more brown looking. Alright, so we're really just here to review the frog legs because I've never had them before. I've had this breaded okra before. It's honestly really great. I like it a lot. Nice and crispy. It's so good. And then I've had this sweet potato before too, so. Alright. So I will say one thing, is that this breading is not staying on very well. It keeps falling off. But gonna go ahead and grab this, and we'll go ahead and try this out. Oh yeah, that's great. It does kind of taste like chicken. It's not fishy at all. I know everyone says that frog legs taste like chicken. I've never really, wasn't sure because, you know, everything tastes like chicken supposedly. But these do have kind of a poultry taste to them a little bit. Very tender, white meat. Honestly, really good. I like the seasonings I used. I can definitely taste them. I like the breading. I'm going to give these a solid 8 out of 10, honestly. Yeah, these are great. So if you want to follow my instructions of what I did, honestly, they turned out great. Use the same seasonings and everything. Alright guys. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and comment.